in the beginning of YouTube, right, you know, we have to become acquainted with concepts such as shadow banning. We didn't know, right? So, you know how when people get mad at their own followers and we're like, that's stupid. At one point in time, in the very beginning, right, that's what you could say that I was. Because I didn't know really about shadow banning. It was new to me, right? So now that we know almost intrinsically, then there is like a certain, you know, decor or something, like certain words and things that you have to replace with other words, and you have to say unalived and essay and everything. And so it's it's first nature now. It's like you can tell somebody is disrespectful because if they didn't tone it down and they allowed you channel to be shadow banned or something like that. But it's not always on purpose, so that should let you know if something is in the dynamic is changing, because all of a sudden you didn't know that you're getting somebody shadow banned because you didn't know not to talk about, or because we don't know what it is that is the reason, if they change their mind or if they go back and find videos you already made and flag them or strike them years later. So yeah, in the beginning, I didn't connect with my audience. I was also kind of mental. You know, I was living in a tent and I was stressed to the max. I used to sleep light. I used to wake up like looking around and shit, and I had knives and I had to keep knives under my pillow and everything, and it was nerve-wracking. Plus I lived in a flood zone, like where the first part of the city, if it starts raining, it's gonna flood. And it was underneath a transformer. Like it was like it would go sparking and shit. Bzat, you know what I mean? Like shit, the fucking shit swaying, could snap, and bzat, and blow my ass up. And that would be it was a scary thing, but it's not the scariest possibility, because there's things worse than death that's possible. That's why I don't believe in people going to hell, because it happens here and it is worse enough for everybody to see. Then we can all learn something from it and fucking it's like Christology or something, when it's the basis for logic and reason and sense, then some lofty ideal, it has been made into something that you almost can't even, that you almost have to pay homage to and lip service, even though it's true. You know, like if you think you know something, even though you're right, and you just don't know how right you are, then you're not shielded from or protected from any of the pitfall. So is that the video? So the video ends and never tells me.